Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have another plan with me today. This is a weekly spread. Before I wanted to kind of show you the kind of things I'm using at the moment. So I have this really lovely sticker album you can see on top here. This is from Wendy's Cute Creations and I use it to store all of the stickers that I use throughout my weekly spreads. And then the pens that I'm using, or the supplies that I'm using for the moment, I'm trying to limit myself to just these ones. So I have my mechanical pencil with a rubber stuck on top. I'm not too precious about what kind of rubber I use as long as it does the job. And then I have this grey Mildliner and I'm using this a lot for the drop shadows. I have this white Posca paint pen. This is the fine one, it's a PC1MR and it's a 0.7 nib size, and it works a lot better than I found the gel pens working. And there's a nib there, you can see if it will focus. We have my Staedtler pigment liners. We have the 1.2 and a 0.1, and I use these for everything pretty much. The 1.2 I use for the thick lines, and then the 0.1 I'm using for the for writing inside. And here's my Citradori. It's yellow, my favourite colour. I kind of wish I chose a darker colour just because it's getting a bit grubby around the edges, although it does give it a nice loose look, which is quite nice. And then inside we have my soft cover journal. This is kind of laminated cardstock, it's really nice and thick, as you can see there. And then it has this really lovely rainbow paper inside, and I just love how bright this paper is and how colourful it is. So I'll quickly give you a flick through January. There's my monthly, and here's my habits. This one here is the one I use my daily habits, and then this one is I use my cleaning schedule, making sure things get cleaned when they need to be. And then this is the first week. This is a bit of an odd week because this is the one between Christmas and New Year's, and you know there's never really much going on. So you can see here I have a list down on the left where I have my weekly events, and then my task list, some memory keeping. This is the following week, and this is a bit an odd week because this is the week that we went back to school and then we went into lockdown. So I set it up as a normal working week, which actually worked okay for me that week because my week was quite a normal week. And then so down here on the left I have a list, like a plan for the week, including my husband's work shifts and any events that are happening for the girls. And then I have a space for each day, and I like to give a rundown of the day, and then I use some of these stickers to kind of help make it look nice. And these are the other days here. And then I have a space for memory keeping as well down here, because that's one of my 21 goals. And then this is my task list, and then we have memory keeping here as well. So this is last week. It's a bit different to this week because, as I said, this week turned out to be a normal working week for me. I work in a school and I was in every day last week, prepping all the Chromebooks and the computers for the children so that they would be able to do their home learning at home. Whereas this week was kind of getting back into that lockdown idea. So I have my list of events down here, my tasks, my shop stuff. Monday was a normal day. Tuesday I did home learning with the girls, space for Aria and Leela there. Wednesday was a normal day at work, and then I had an extra box so I did some memory keeping. And then Thursday was a home learning day, and Friday was a home learning day, and then we're up to Saturday. And here's my to-do list for today and memory keeping. So I'm going to quickly show you some other spreads. This is my walking spread where I'm tracking my walks each week, and work has given us lots of online courses to do while we're in lockdown, so they're the courses I'm trying to get done. And then these are the pages I'm going to be using for this week's weekly spread. So I'm going to set this week up very much like last week, except I'm doing it ever so slightly different, because last week I used about 3 pages to create the Dutch door type spread and have enough space for everything I wanted to put in. and I was worried that if I was using 3 pages per weekly, I was going to get through this journal really quick. So what I've decided to do is condense them into, well, condense the columns so I can have 4 columns per page, which then means that I only need to use 2 pages per weekly spread. So here I am setting up my daily columns. I think each one is about 6 squares. Yeah, 6 squares wide with a gap of 1 square in between. Cut my page there, and I'm going to do 3 more here. So this is to accommodate 3 days of home learning. So my normal working week at the moment seems to be that I'm working on a Monday, working on a Wednesday, and then the rest of the week, the Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm doing home learning with the girls. So I need to make sure that my weekly kind of reflects that and I have space for all of that work. So here you can see I've made a mistake. I didn't leave space for my home learning columns. So from that Dutch door spreads that I created, I had some leftover paper, and I'm just using that to kind of split the columns up and create a space for an Aria and a Leela column. And I had some green from last week's Dutch door, and I'm just using that again to cover up that mistake. And actually you can't see where I've made the mistake at all. And here are boxes I'm going to be using for memory keeping for the week. So there's a box for each day. And here is a space for my task list and a space for my shop tasks I want to try and get done. I'm just adding a drop shadow to each box. And there's my writing going in for Monday, Tuesday, space for Aria and Leela's home learning on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So I've been using these dots for dates and things. I find that if I do the dots in my pigment liner, when I write over the top in the white, it stands out better than if I do the dots in, say, a felt tip. I wonder if that's because the ink sits better on the paper, I don't know. So here's my Mildliner. I'm just using that to go around and give everything a drop shadow. Again, you can't see it brilliantly on here, but it looks really nice in real life. And here's my white paint pen going in, again just to add a bit of highlight to each one. And I decided to colour the letters in for the dailies just to give a little bit more white to the page. So there we are, my final spread. So I got my plan for the week down here, and I'll put my husband's work schedule in these boxes here. And then we have Monday, Tuesday, space for Aria and Leela's home learning, Wednesday, Thursday's home learning boxes and Thursday. And then we have Friday and Friday's home learning spaces, a box for Saturday and Sunday, memory keeping in these boxes, one for each day, because again that's part of my 21 goals I want to try and get done. And then we have my task list and my shop tasks. Oh, and I just want to go over and put some grey in there. So thanks very much for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!